I welcome you to the National Resistance Movement Party head office. We invited you to communicate a message which I'm going to read. This message is in a way of a resolution of the Central Executive Committee meeting of the party, which took place yesterday. Resolution number 12/1/140325 of the 4th Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement. At its 16th meeting held on Friday, 14th March 2025 at Entebbe, the 4th Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement Party received and discussed the results of the Kawempe North constituency by-election. Aware of the pillars of the National Resistance Movement, organization and party, which are patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation and democracy, cognizant of the fact that peace, stability and security that Ugandans enjoy today was attained out of protracted people's struggle, mindful of the danger that the country might face or degenerate into if this kind of undemocratic behaviors and practices are not checked, noting that the acts of violence that were reported in the several polling stations within Kawempe North constituency were carried out by supporters and sympathizers of the National Unity Platform Forum, NUP political party, noting further that the cancellation of election results from several polling stations by the Electoral Commission disenfranchised about 50,000 voters, registered voters, from exercising their democratic rights in a free and democratic way. Now, therefore, the Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement Party resolves as follows. 1, that the party totally rejects the results of the Kawempe North constituency that was declared by the Electoral Commission. 2, that the party calls upon government to carry out a forensic audit to bring all the culprits who participated and messed up the election to book as soon as possible. 3, that the party instructs its lawyers to immediately challenge the results of the by-election and file an electoral petition in the courts of law. These were the resolutions that the party asked we should make public. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Right Honorable. We've been joined by the Deputy National Treasurer, Honorable Jacqueline Chat. Your name, the media house, and then the question. Moses.
Good morning, Simon Peter Tumina, my name's. Then the results of the Kawempe North by-election. But when we were at the Tally Center, some of the polls, and this was in favor of your party candidate. 2, you are saying that some of the people that disrupted the elections were NUP basically, but
the Central Executive Committee of the party. And those are the reasons why the Central Executive Committee of the party directed that we issue this statement and also call upon government to carry out a forensic audit to know exactly what happened in this by-election. 2, definitely we are not going to cover up anybody. Whoever is involved must be investigated and be brought to book, because the National Resistance Movement Party stands firmly on the pillar of democracy, where we exercise and express freedom of choice and freedom of participation in a democratic way. What happened in Kawempe North, for sure, you all know, was not something that anybody can be proud about. Where elections was messed up, polling stations were destroyed, ballot boxes were kicked, people were beaten, NUP members were accused, journalists were accused, everybody was accused and everybody got messed up. And that is why the party is in concern that government should investigate journalists, should investigate the armed forces, should investigate the NRM members, and should investigate the opposition members who might have triggered all these situations. So investigations are underway, and we are sure that at the right time, government will give us this report. But as a party, we are dissatisfied with the elections, and the party has directed its legal team to file a petition in court against the results that were declared.
Thank you very much. My name is, let me put mine in this way. All these things were happening, and the NRM government is the one ruling now, and many people believed that these orders now, how come that you are again complaining when these things were happening, and everyone with them prohibit them from happening because it was for about 2 weeks? So which one is which?
We were, as NRM, the Electoral Commission was the one in charge of the election. We did not have powers to call off the election. We did not have powers to control any security forces. As a party, we were also client to the Electoral Commission. And so we are saying what happened was totally unfair to every participant. And so we are saying whoever is involved must be investigated, including the National Electoral Commission. That is the position of the NRM, that everybody must be investigated. The investigation will tell us who exactly did what. And so until that investigation is done, at the moment, we are dissatisfied with the results, because you cannot say you cancel results of almost close to 50 polling stations. How fair will that election be? How sustainable is the result that you declare when most polling stations were cancelled? That is what we are saying. So it must be free and fair, and it must be just. And so we are saying as a party that government must investigate everybody who was involved in this. Finally, there is a difference between NRM party and government. We are also victims in some of these issues. The commotion that started in Kawempe, Mbogo, in Kazo, Angola, in all those areas, were started by supporters and members of the National Unity Platform, NUP. And so we are calling upon government to investigate the intentions of that political organization, why they always cause chaos in elections wherever we go. And that is what NRM is asking for. Thank you.
Do you have evidence? Can you share that evidence with us? 2, what exactly do you want to be investigated? Do you think there were people that are not voters that came in and cast their vote? Do you think the EC used different tally forms to declare results? Because at least DR forms, the party must have compared those DR forms. Where exactly is the problem? And then the last one, as a party, what were your expectations in terms of numbers? Because I've spoken to some people who say, with 8,000, man, for the last 25 years. In terms of numbers, did you think you were going to hit 160,000 votes, 100?
I said in affirmative that all those things you have raised are the things that we are asking investigations for. To understand totally the involvement of all the players in this election. The party is dissatisfied with the results because we believe this election was totally marred with violence, cheating, ballot stuffing, and there were so many participants. Regardless of the results and the outcome, we are saying this election was not free and fair. Whoever was involved must be investigated, and that is why the party is saying the legal department of the party will have to file an electoral petition against the results.
Yeah, mine is just a simple one. Honorable Secretary General.
The petition is going to be as soon as possible. very soon I'm sure the lawyers will be concluding the evidence that we have, and they will be presented to court. And we shall be within time. That will be communicated at the right time. But the party has already directed that we must petition, and we are going to petition this because we reject this result that was announced. 2, on the issue of the roadmap, in the next 1 week, the Central Executive Committee of the party will sit and approve the electoral guidelines. The roadmap has already been approved. We are only going to sit and approve, receive the members' register that we've been working on, and discuss the electoral guidelines that we have prepared. And we shall conduct first structure elections of the party. Second, we shall now prepare for the primaries for the various positions that shall be available. The Central Executive Committee of the party is the highest organ of the party. We are all bound by the resolutions of SEC. And so what SEC has communicated is the final position of the party. Excited that democracy is one of the pillars of NRM, and free and fair election is one of those things that we stand for. And indeed, we are fighting for that right to make sure that Ugandans exercise their rights free and fair in a democratic way. So we are fighting for the rights of those who are aggrieved by what happened. Those that were beaten, the media team that are in hospitals, those ordinary people that were blocked from going to vote, those whose votes were changed, results that were messed up. We are fighting for their rights. And we are saying this election was not free and fair. And because of that, the party is petitioning the results.
Secretary General w'ekibiina kya NRM byayogedde njabbi obiddamu mu Luganda bufunze kubanga mu Luzungu bingiko. Naye akakiiko akakulu ennyo ak'ekibiina ekya NRM ke bayita Central Executive Committee katudde olunaku olwajjo nga 14 ogwokusatu 2025 Entebbe ne kayisaawo resolution yaako enamba kweri ku lupapula luno. Mu lutuula lwayo Seeki yeejukiza nti ekibiina kya NRM kiriwo olw'okulwanira eddembe ly'abantu, olw'okulwanira eddembe ly'ensi eya Uganda, olw'okulwanira demokrasiya n'abantu okubanga basobola okwerondera abakulembeze bwabwe. Akakiiko ka Seeki kasazeewo nga keemulugunya nnyo ku byavudde mu kalulu ak'e Kawempe North Constituency, nga kalaba nti waabaddewo abantu obutakuba kalulu ne results ennyingi okusazibwamu ezaaganye obululu obusuka mu 5,000 okubalibwa oba okukubibwa. N'olwekyo kasazeewo nga kasaba gavumenti erondoole byonna ebyabaddewo mu Kawempe North Constituency, ng'okwebyo kwe kuli obululu obwasaziddwamu obutaabaliddwa, abantu abaatulugunyizibwa, abaakubibwa, n'okusinga ku sayidi eyaffe abantu abaatulugunyizibwa abawagizi ba NUP. Ekyokubiri, ekibiina kisazeewo teffe ebyavudde mu kulonda tetukkiriziganya nabyo mu results, tetuli bamativu. N'olwekyo tugenda kugenda mu kooti okuchallenginga results ezo n'okuchallenginga ebyalangiriddwa ebiva mu kalulu ako, kubanga tetukkiriza nti byabadde free and fair, byabadde mu butuufu. ebinaavaawo balooya baffe bajja kuba nga bagenda mu kooti, tujja kuba nga tubabuulira ebiddako.
Asante na shukrani. Ladies and gentlemen, we come